Hello, hello. How's everyone? How's the weekend so far? Wait, let me see if I'm live already. Am I? Six, this is 12, this is 19. I gotta check on like this is 19. Okay, now looks like I'm live. Okay, now welcome back. This is yet another Sunday, and this is me, Jason. If this is the first time you see me, welcome to my universe. You're supposed to be watching this either on my YouTube channel, which is my primary channel, or you are watching this on my Facebook pages. Whether you are watching this on the Jason Gunn Facebook page or Tribe Academy Facebook page, welcome to Ask Jason Anything Sunday Night Show. Now, basically, what we do here is very straightforward. I've been doing this for 142 episodes now. So, yeah, but I have to repeat again because we have newcomers coming into my universe. So basically, I go live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time to answer questions about Facebook advertising and digital marketing, primarily questions that I receive on my YouTube channel. So if you have any questions regarding Facebook advertising or digital marketing, first thing first, I would strongly recommend that you go to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Jason Gunn. You will see my channel and try to search for an answer on my YouTube channel because I posted over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel answering questions like this. Chances are I probably have answered your question or something similar to that one way or another. But if you still can't find anything that you want, you can actually post your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos. So what I'm going to do is on the following Sunday, I would actually screenshot that and I would actually bring it up here on the live session and I will answer your questions. Now, do not expect me to answer your questions via comment because in my opinion, it's not effective. Anything digital marketing or Facebook advertising related, especially, I would prefer to talk to you verbally like this. Okay, so come back. If you ask any questions, come back on the following Sunday to listen to my answers. Okay, right. Yeah, so let's dive in right away. I've got a few questions here, but if you are watching this live here, you can actually pop your question in the chat section as a comment. Regardless which platform you're watching this, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is once I go through all these questions that I have collected on my channel in one way or another, I will actually get back to the chat section and answer to your questions. Okay, now, yeah, Ask Jason Anything happens on every Sunday night. So let's go to, just in case if you are watching this and you have got some, pressing questions. I call this the pressing questions. Something that you really want to have a one-on-one with me instead of waiting for the next Sunday for me to answer a question. I mean, it could be something that urgent, but if you are looking for something urgent, you have to be aware that even as urgent as it is, I do not take immediate inquiry for the one-on-one session. So all you need to do is you scan this QR code. It will take you to my Fiverr gig where you can actually just buy me a bill. So once you bought me a meal, once you sign up for the gig and paid for the gig, you will receive a link to schedule a Zoom call with me. Usually at least 24 hours and more. But like sometimes I have some packed calendars, and then you probably have to look for a slot that is available over there. But usually I do not take anything urgent within 24 hours. So that's what I usually do. I mean, I've got inquiries coming in and say that, Jason, I want to see you right now. Can I do that right now? I'm waiting at a computer, waiting for your reply. Don't. Please don't do that. It's not like that. Okay. But if you have any pressing questions about Facebook advertising, or you have some, because not every question wants to be revealed to the public. I've got people come to me and say that I have some PNC questions over here about my campaign and all that. Yes, we can have 30 minutes one-on-one. Just scan this QR code, buy me a mail, and we can spend 30 minutes over Zoom to answer your questions. We can do screen sharing. We can do whatever walkthrough and all that to look into your whatever situations you have. Okay, but do not do anything urgent, right? So yeah. Okay, now, the first question, in fact, there are two questions, but they are actually asking about the same thing. So I thought, I probably would just do it one shot. So first thing first, we have Timothy here asking, how do you see your ads on your Facebook page? And then the other guy actually were asking on my video specifically talking about how to publish your Facebook ad to your Facebook page. And he's asking, he needs help. He was asking why the ad is not showing on the page. I think these are talking about a similar thing. Now, first thing first, you have to understand if you're setting up your ad in the Facebook Ads Manager or Meta Ads Manager right now, the ads are usually dark posts. We call them dark posts back then. okay, they are technically ad posts that, okay, they are not published on your Facebook page. You get what I mean? It's not an officially published ad on the Facebook page. So when you set up everything on Facebook, I mean Ads Manager, because there are different formats available. When you're setting up ads on your Facebook, I mean in the Ads Manager, you know that you can add buttons to it. You can actually do carousel posts to it. You can do a lot more things when you're setting up an ad. But technically, these are ads that are meant for your audiences only. And you are not able to publish this on your Facebook page. We used to be able to do that back then. So that's why if you find, if you're looking for solutions, you probably will see a few videos of mine talking about how do you do that. Back then, we used to have this feature, but it was taken off in 2022. Okay, blame Meta. Do not blame Jason Gunn for that. Okay, it's not me who took it off. No, but we were actually hoping that you will come back, because this happened because they were consolidating the page post feature into the Meta Business Suite, and when they merged that thing in, they retain about like 80% of the feature, except this feature of publishing your ad to the Facebook, to your page. So yeah, so we used to be able to do that, yes, but now no more. So what's the workaround? So the workaround is actually very straightforward. Okay, my recommendation is you can actually create a page post first. Okay, listen carefully the steps. Okay, but first thing first, to these two gentlemen, or like guy or lady here, you are not able to publish your Facebook ad post to your Facebook page anymore as of we are making this video. It might come back in the future, but we do not know when and how. But if you want to have your page, your ad to appear on your Facebook page, because when you're running ads, you will get a lot of likes and comments and all that. It looks good when it appears on your Facebook page, I understand. So how do you do that? First thing first, create a post on your Facebook page first before you create the ad. Okay, so create a post. It could be a video post, it could be an image post, doesn't matter. But you know that the formats available are actually rather limited as opposed to whatever we can do in the Ads Manager, but doesn't matter. Okay, I'm talking about the workaround. So certain features are gone, but you have to live with it, all right? Create an ad, a post first. So once you create a post, publish it and whatnot, then go back into the Meta Ads Manager, the Facebook Ads Manager. And then after that, when you're creating a campaign, choose any objective you want. And when it comes to the ad level setup, okay, opt for the option of use an existing post. So, all right. So you have two options. Either you create a new post for the ad, or you can actually use an existing post for the ad. So you go into the use an existing post, then you're able to choose a post. Not all formats are available, I must say. We have some issues where certain formats or certain posters are not available for this feature, as in like to be used as an advertisement. But usually if you're just creating a normal video or a single image post and all that, everything should be all right. So just do that. And then after that, create a post. Use that post to create an ad. So when you're creating an ad using a post in the Ads Manager, usually you will have the kind of like a feature of like adding some buttons to it. If I'm not sure how extensive, because it really depends on the objective that you're selecting. Okay, so yeah, certain limitations and certain objectives, yes and no, yes. So basically, you can do whatever customization you want, and after that, publish it, and it will become, so the post, technically, that Facebook post become an ad already. So yeah, so all these likes and comments and all that accumulated through all these advertising activities and all that will be shown to people on your Facebook page. It will be actually shown on the post itself. So yeah, it gives you the kind of vanity numbers. Some people likes it. So yeah, so that's how you do it. Okay. So yeah, I spent some time because I get these kind of questions a lot, so I was thinking might as well just do another video talking about this. So guys, if you want to actually have your ad appearing on your Facebook page, this is the workaround. All right. Now, the next question I have it's not a question, it's actually a comment coming from YC Manager on my video about how to choose Facebook ads placement. Because here's the thing, right? When you're setting up an ad in the Ads Manager, so you have two options. One is what we call the Advantage Plus placement, which is you allow Facebook to show your ad on all platforms or placements and whatever. And the other option is now called, it's still called manual placement option, whereby you go in and you choose where you want to show your ad. In fact, in my opinion, back then when I was making this video, I'm not sure when, I didn't go in and check. I was saying that it depends. If you are actually running ads to the top of funnel audience, meaning you're trying to use this ad to reach new audience, new people, introductory, I would strongly recommend to show your ad on places where you have more control and with stronger intention. Now, what's the difference? So when you're actually choosing placement on Facebook ads, you have a few simple options. In fact, just 4 of them: Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and Audience Network. Now, Audience Network, okay, technically means other other mobile apps or websites that displays Facebook ads. Yes, when you're running ads on Facebook, you're not just running ads on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger. Your ad might appear in some other places like games, especially. So what I want to highlight here is when you are trying to reach people who are more ready to consume your ad and to receive your information, you want to make sure that you appear in places that are more generally people are ready to do all this. Which, in my opinion, Facebook and Instagram are fine because we are trained to consume advertisement anyway on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, we are. But just imagine if you're playing a game and out of sudden, because you are waiting to get through this stage and out of sudden an ad pops up, you are not in the state of receiving this kind of information, and most likely you will ignore this, and you might even have negative impact, negative perspective towards this brand or whatever that is stopping you. So when you're running ads to target new people, I would recommend not to choose the audience network. Okay, and of course, when you're doing retargeting, I don't really care. But evolve to where we are right now as we are making this video, right? Advertising on Facebook, even the placement plays actually quite a significant role. So what I would recommend is, check back to your advertisement, your previous data, go into your, like there is a reporting. I'm not so sure what's the word already, like sorting. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, there is an option for you to see, your conversions or your most audiences. Where are the places where you get most results from your advertising? Like, give it an example. Like, last week, I was actually dissecting a campaign with a client. So, for those who are interested in this, right, I do have a service on Fiverr where when you're running ads, you want to know whether it's working or not, right? And you want to find out what are the things that you're doing right or wrong, and what are the optimization opportunities that you can take your campaign to the next level. So I offer these Facebook ad review services. Okay, so we can talk about that later. And so when I was reviewing a campaign from a client, I'm not so sure. I think it was from Australia. Anyway, so this campaign, we were actually having decent results. And we were actually looking for optimization opportunities. When I was dissecting, yes, the creative has some opportunity that we can actually improve in terms of CTR and the landing page and all that. But when I was diving in further, I realized most conversion, as in like 60 to 70% of the conversion, happen on Instagram. You see where I'm coming from? So when we have this information, knowing that, most audiences are responding better, the CTR was so much better and everything. So what we did was we actually split the campaign, as in like we split the campaign. So we split into one ad sets that actually spends more specifically on Instagram placement and the other one with a lesser budget on Facebook. So this is one way of optimizing campaigns, because in my opinion, a lot of people would think that when my campaign is doing good, in order to make it do better, it's about adding more budget to it. I agree and disagree to a certain extent. Why? Because you have to understand adding more budget doesn't equal to more revenue coming into you. Because if you do not know what's really working or not working, dumping in more money may actually have negative impact on your campaign. So what we usually do when it comes to optimization is we find the right thing to do. So we build a plan. So if we see the creative is weak, then we try to improve the creative. If the landing is weak, then we try to improve. So it's about really pinpointing the right thing to do and really improve the campaign, even without adding budget. Like 2 months. I've been working with this client in Indonesia for 2 months right now. So when she came to me, she wanted to improve the revenue by 20%. So we thought of the easiest way is to add in budget by 20%, but it didn't work that way. So eventually we only increased the budget by, I think, less than 10%. And then we did something else. We improved the creative, we improved certain things here and there, and now we're on the way. 2 months down the road, I think we are actually close to 17 to 18% right now, and it's pretty consistent. So you see, we are not adding 20% of budget, but we are achieving close to 20% growth in terms of monthly revenue right now, which is possible. So that's the beauty of optimization. And I truly believe that if you're running ads on Facebook, you really want to look into whatever that you're doing. what's the right thing you are doing right now, and what are the wrong things mistakes that you're making right now, and fix them. So that's the part of optimization. So if you're interested to find out more, as in like you want to work together with me to actually review your campaign and build a plan for you, what you can do is you can actually scan this QR code. It will take you to my Fiverr gig where we can actually spend 30 minutes together, and then be prepared to share your screen, and please download the Zoom app on your computer so that we can actually take over your screen to do the dissecting and all that, the numbers. And what I'll do is I'll build you a plan to optimize your campaign. Okay, I will give you at least 2 to 3, sometimes even more things. 2 to 3 things that you can do, whether it's creative, whether it's something else, and all that, to improve your campaign performance one step at a time. And I'll tell you how to do that. So this is what we do in reviewing your Facebook ads campaigns, especially if you're running ads. You need this. So if that's something for you, scan this QR code, and then you will be landed on my Fiverr gig. Buy me a mail. This is not free anyway. Then but it's worth it. Seriously, if you're running ads, you need to know. You want to know, right? So once you paid, you will be given a link to schedule a one-on-one with me, so we can do that. Just pick a date and time, and we can do it together. Okay, so that's that. Coming from YC Manager, thank you for the comment. And the next one is coming from Mate J. I'll probably just call you Jay anyway. So Jay was actually commenting on my video about how to get lower CPM for Facebook ads. And Jay was saying, very good explanation. You were trying to lower your CPM the whole time because it's crazy high, but then you realize you're still getting good results. So yes. Exactly. Thanks for really chipping in, Jay. In my opinion, here's the thing. You see, sometimes when we are running ads, when we learn about certain metrics, it's like we get a little bit obsessed about it sometimes, because we thought that, this is the most important factor that affects our campaign performance. One of them really common ones is the CPM. Really, seriously, in my opinion, what really matters when it comes to Facebook ads results, as in like really the whole metrics, the cost per result, okay, and the result that you're getting, and ultimately the ROI, the return on advertising spend that you're getting right now really matters. You have a feeling, that, okay? If overall you're making money, we actually tolerate high CPM, because you have to understand what is CPM. Cost per thousand impression is really something that you have no control over. Very, very little control. Why? Because it's actually affected by a very, a lot of external factors like market competition. When you're entering a time where, like now, Black Friday is really happening and all that. So during this period, a lot of brands are coming in, dumping in a lot of money running ads. So when the market is actually, when you have more demand than supply, what happens? The price hike. This is a free flow market competition. This is a, really free adjusting and free flowing kind of situation where when there are more people running ads, the higher bidders gets the spot, right? So if you want to actually get the spot, you have to bid higher. So that's how the CPM can become high during specific time. Now, the other situation when the CPM will become higher is when you're targeting a very niche audience. Really, like if you're targeting somebody who are into some, like, let's say HR practitioners and all that. I'm not sure whether anyone run ads about that. It's not as easy, but it's still possible. When you're running ads to a very specific niche, the CPM becomes high because it's a lot harder to reach these people as compared to other people. It also affected by the objective that you're selecting. Let's say if you're targeting people to purchase, let's say if you're choosing sales objective, usually it's more expensive compared to just traffic objective. And of course, even cheaper one will be the engagement objective, because it's a lot easier to reach people who are likely to take certain action. But we don't want to get into this thing that we call the analysis paralysis. You have to learn how to look at the numbers in a more objective way. We are not looking at just the CPM itself or the CTR itself or the cost per result itself. We need to actually look at the overall. Okay, why is your campaign working? Is it because of it? Usually, it's a combination of multiple metrics. And when we are observing the performance of our campaign, we need to actually take into all these multiple metrics, okay, into consideration. And every business has a different set of metrics. You need to actually build yours. Like, for example, commonly when it comes to e-commerce, we know that the CTR and CPM are important. And we will actually look at the entire customer journey as well, like, like the number of landing page view, the number of product view, add to cart and all that. All these actually we have to crystallize it, build it up. And from there, we pinpoint, the right opportunities, the right thing to do, and we pinpoint, let's say, for example, if we see that, oh, there is a huge gap from landing page view to add to cart, then we know that, hey, probably this is the part that is going wrong. Should we improve the landing page? Should we actually add in, like, guide our audience better? Or we probably have to ask another question whereby, did we got the wrong people in? Because if we got the wrong people in, eventually the landing page will have a lot of bounce, meaning you have high bounce rate. And if, of course, people stop here, very little of them start going on to the next stage, like adding to cart and stuff like that. So there are many possibilities here. That's the beauty of optimization. That's why it's a lot more important for advertisers right now to learn how to actually understand the numbers and make the right decision. Eventually, you don't want to run ads based on gut feeling. That's what I want to say. So if you're running ads and you are actually concerned about your certain metrics and all that, why not? Okay, I really encourage you to scan this QR code. Okay, this is my Fiverr gig. Scan this QR code, it will take you to my Fiverr gig where you can actually pay me a very small sum of amount, and then we can actually spend 30 minutes over Zoom to dissect, to dive into your numbers and actually to make sense of the numbers and to build a plan on how to take your campaign to the next level. Especially if you're running ads and if your plan is, I want to increase my revenue by 20% in the next quarter, for example, there are ways. And usually it's not about adding the budget, doubling the budget, or adding 20% to the budget to get 20% more revenue. It usually never happens that way. So what can we do? What are the right things to do? But first thing first, you need to understand. You need to first build a dashboard for your business in terms of the metrics. What are the metrics, the right metrics that you should be looking into? I'm not saying that whatever that you're looking right now is not right. But how do we build like a journey, a metric that helps you understand and connect the relationship between one metric to another? That's really the key that we are talking about. So building the dashboard, and from there, we are able to pinpoint the opportunities that we can actually try to fix to improve your campaign performance. So my idea is very simple. If it's working, if your campaign is working, that is making you money, we need to find out why is it working. Yeah, then only we can capitalize on what's really working and make more money with it, right? If it's not working, then we need to know why is it not working. Because a lot of people, when the campaign is not working, what do they do? What do? You just pause the campaign and start fresh. But here's the thing. What have you learned from this one? What's the learning point? So how do you make sure that you're not making the same mistake in the future? So that's what I call advertising with gut feeling, which is risky. And what we really don't want is we don't want to actually start and get into this hamster wheel over and over again, and we are doing the same thing and expecting different results, which is not right? So yeah, finding out all these right thing you did or the mistake you did and fix them and build a dashboard, and then eventually, ultimately, build a plan to help you take your campaign to the next level. So that's what we do. So if you are running ads and if you want to take your campaign to the next level, scan this QR code and let's discuss how we can do this in a proper, planned, strategic way. Okay, so that's what we do. Scan this QR code and buy me a mail, then we can actually have a 30 minutes discussion over this thing. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all the questions we get, and I'm not seeing any comment coming in. For those who are watching, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, so that's how we do, right? So I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to pop your question as a comment on my YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up like this, and I'll answer your questions on the following Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time. So yeah, but of course, if you want something more straightforward, and if you want me to dissect your campaign right now, as in like to find out, to build a plan for you, scan this QR code, and I'll be having a 30 minutes one-on-one Zoom with you to discuss how do we take your campaign to the next level. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome Sunday night and have an awesome week ahead. Thank you so much. See you next week. Goodbye.